I just wanted to introduce myself. I am KKloxx, and I am here today to just tell you a little bit about my dread journey. When I was younger, I was always doing different things with my hair, dyeing it different colors, cutting it super short. I had at one point the sides like completely shaved. Um, the entire underneath, I had a full undercut and just a little bit of hair up here. And I always wanted dreads, but I just didn't think that would be something I would ever have, you know? But after years of bleaching it and doing all kinds of things to it to change the color, change the way it looks, you know, anything like that, it completely fried my hair, damaged my hair. When I was real young, my mom was in beauty school and would do all these experiments on my hair and perms and whatever else. My hair completely changed color. It started out really blonde, and then now this is what it grows in. But about 3 years ago, I decided that I wanted to change, and my hair was purple, and so I bleached it and then decided I wanted to dread it. And my hair was really short. It was like to here, like, I mean, really short. And I decided to go ahead and start dreading it up. Knew that I was going to use extensions right away before I even started. I knew that's what I was going to do. I spent a lot of time thinking about it, deciding if it was the right choice for me. And I decided that I was going to do it and I was going to commit to it. When I started out putting the dreads in, I was doing it completely by myself. I had watched some tutorials on YouTube on how to start dreads and how to get instant dreads and whatnot, and learned how to use my crochet hook. But when I finally made the decision that this was what I wanted, I just kind of, ran right in with it. So I got my journey started. So I started out with bleach blonde dreads because I had just bleached my hair trying to get the purple out, and it was so damaged that I didn't want to do more to it than that. The dreading process took me, I think, about a month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was about a month. Um, I started out at the bottom and worked my way up over time, and I wanted to keep a natural look to it. So I had my extensions, I had, probably down to like here. And I cut them off and ended up with some short dreads. And as time went on, my brown, this color up here, started to come in and into the brown, or into the blonde, I'm sorry. And as my hair kept growing out, it just became more and more brown and brown. And then it was like half brown, like I think down to like here. And then it was going blonde. And I had changed out my extensions. I wanted real hair extensions instead of the synthetic extensions. And it was just too hard to blend it. Trying to put the brown with the blonde, you could see this like solid, almost solid line between the brown and the blonde. So I took out all of my extensions and I colored my hair brown. And I left the extensions out for a little bit. Just, it was kind of nice to have that short hair, but I definitely prefer the longer ones better. But I put dark brown extensions in my hair after I dyed it brown, which I think I had to dye it a couple times because it's really hard to dye dreads. Like, it's really hard to get the color saturated in there. But I was pretty happy with it. I mean, I liked the, I guess it would be like an ombre of brown and blonde, but I kind of like this all solid color better. And of course, now that I've had it for a long time, my brain wants to dye my dreads purple, but that would just be too much work for how quickly that stuff washes out. And this set is actually the second set. I did my dreads and I kept them in for, I want to say 2 years. And I had kind of went through some phases where I wanted to try out partial dreads. So I took out like just like the top ones, like up to like here, and kept my dreads down here and just had straight hair up here. And I tried it a couple times, but honestly, it's just not even worth it because the straight hair was constantly getting tangled in with the dreads, and it was just always a mess. And showering was the worst because I would have to take my hair, you know, the top part, and I'd have to put that up into one bun, and then I'd have to put the bottom into a different bun, and then I'd have to wash the top separately. And you know, and I don't wash my dreads every day, so I didn't have to wash them all the time. So I would, you know, just wash the top part, and then I'd have to dry the top part, and then the bottom of my dreads would get wet from the top part. And then, you know, after you've washed your hair, the straight hairs want to get tangled in there, and it was always just such a mess, and it was so painful to get the straight hairs out of the dreads. So I decided to dread the top back up. I also did try this again to do partial dreads after I dyed all my hair brown, and it lasted maybe a month, and then I decided I didn't like the struggle. I had decided that I wanted a fresh start, and I wanted to repair my hair, and I just really wanted to see how long my hair had grown since I had, you know, it started out with such short hair. And it had been 2 years, more than 2 years, I think 2.5 years. And I just wanted to see, you know, what it would look like. I just wanted to feel the shower run water on my head. I just wanted to brush my hair. So I took them all out, and I had assessed the situation, and my hair definitely had taken some damage, but it had grown longer than it ever had. You know, with all the damage I'd done before, it wouldn't really grow past like here, and it would just start to get really thin. And that was part of the reason why I decided to get dreads in the first place, because my hair just wouldn't grow right, because it was just, my hair's thin, it's fine, it's damaged, it's just not good hair. So when I decided to get my dreads, I was really excited that I'd be able to get some of that length. And then after enough time had passed, I got excited because I figured I might have some length in straight hair. And I did. It was down here from being up here. It was a pretty big difference. And it didn't take very long before I was just like, no, I miss my dreads. I want my dreads back. I don't like having regular hair. I don't like having straight hair. It's too much work, and I can't wear a ponytail without it leaving a dent. So I decided that I was going to put them back in sooner. Part of also why I wanted to take out the first set was a lot of my dreads were uneven. Some of them were really big, some of them were really small, and you know, a lot of them in the back, they were just like really flat, like the root was flat, and I didn't like how they were coming out. So I decided all of these things, that I would go ahead and take out my dreads, let my hair get healthy and let it get thicker, and you know, just get it into a good state, and then I would go ahead and redread my hair. And originally the plan was that I was going to have a professional do it for me. But yeah, I looked into that, and it's super expensive and painful, and I've read some testimonials on people who just had really bad experiences with it. So I decided that I would do it myself. So I took my time, and I did the sectioning over the span, I think, of a week, and started from the bottom and worked my way up. I wanted my dreads to be smaller, and you can see, you know, it's, you know, they're pretty pencil thin. Some of them are a little bit thicker. You can see like this one back here. This one I call my fat boy. This one's fat boy. You can see it's much thicker than the rest of them. Like, let me see if I can find it. Like, this one's pretty thin. But yeah, some of these got kind of thick up there. Yeah, this one's really thin. Like, especially if you compare this one to this one, that's a huge difference. But a lot of them were like that. Like, more were like that than weren't. My very bottom ones were super huge. And these ones are I mean, they're pretty thin. My first set probably would have been like 3 of these combined together. So I decided that I would take them all out and start over. And this is the set that I got, and I'm pretty happy with it. You know, my dreads are pretty small. I think I've got 46 dreads, and it's not the most I have. My first set, I think I had almost 50, and I still haven't figured out why that is, because I made them much smaller in this set, so why do I have the same amount almost as my first set? I feel like I should have had a lot more. And sometimes I still think about taking them out and doing them over, but it was such a pain in the butt to do this myself again, and it's so strenuous on the arms. And it's exhausting. And so far, I mean, I really like these ones. They're pretty even. It's probably the closest I've gotten. I do wear extensions, and you can see how much length I have in these. And this one here, this is got no extension. This one's my bang. It's my bang. Yeah, my bang. I also have, I just wanted to see how long my natural dreads were, so I did take this one out. And my other set was much longer. This one, you know, and you can see like my hair thinned out way bad down here, and it ended up coming to this like point, and like all of this needs to be trimmed off. But I've decided against trimming it off because I can use those little hairs when I do connect a new extension. So I do plan on taking these extensions out, all of them, bye-bye. And I want to, because these are partially human hair, partially human hair, and I want to brush out my ends. Right now you can see my ends are pretty blunted, and not even blunted, I didn't blunt them. This is just what the synthetic hair does on its own. And I want them to be wispy like this one, like this guy. So I'm going to be taking all of these extensions out and putting new ones in. And you can betcha there's going to be videos for that. But that is all I wanted to say today. I am glad that I had this opportunity to tell you about myself and about my dread journey. And I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. I mean, it really helps the channel a lot. And hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss any videos. I'll be putting out plenty of tutorials on dread maintenance, how to remove dread extensions, how to add dread extensions, and anything else that I can think of, or anything that you guys can think of. You can go ahead and ask me, and I can either explain it or give a demonstration depending on what's needed. Thanks for watching.